Right. Welcome to the Bearded Mafia podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Matt, aka the People's Beard.
I'm Rob, aka Ox.
Ooh, that sounds different.
Shit, hang on a sec.
You right?
Yeah, sorry. I had the stream on
All
loud.
good.
Completely threw me.
This is episode number 6, and today we've got a very special guest.
Yes, tonight's episode for episode 6, we Matt is going to be Bruce Willis. I'm going to be Chandler from Friends, and tonight we're going the whole 9 Yardleys. I'd like to welcome Phil Yardley, aka the Bearded Viking.
Welcome aboard, mate.
How are you, mate?
Hey guys, how you
We
doing?
are fantastic.
Yeah, good, mate.
Am I Bruce Willis? Is that a bold joke?
Good.
Yeah, it could be. I was going to say I was Bruce Willis, but I'm like,
Oh, very nice. Oh, I like it, actually.
So how have you been, buddy?
Yeah, good. Yeah, not too bad yourselves.
Yeah, we're going well.
Yeah, no, we've been all right. bad.
Screens.
Good to get this stream happening and the old technical
Yeah, how good.
difficulties.
Yeah, we got there in the
Yeah.
end. We're a little late, but we're here.
Good to see some old friends in the chat already.
Yes, welcome
That's
aboard,
good.
everybody. Hey, Waffle and Boss.
And it's good to see the little chat popping back up again in the stream.
I swear to God, I changed that, eh? That is outrageous. It's just bullshit.
All right, Phil. Anyway, we usually we had one guest on so far, but we have a question we'd like to ask our guests straight off the bat. It was mainly a streaming question, but you're a gamer yourself, so we'd like to know what your greatest achievement has been in any game you've played.
Probably beating Halo 2 on Legendary. I reckon that was pretty high up there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Amazeballs.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that was a hard game. A few rage quits, but yeah, got there in the end.
love rage quits.
Yeah.
I've never actually played Halo. It's one of those things that people are always shocked when you say stuff like that. I've never played any Halo game. Always wanted to go back and play them. So what does Legendary do? Is that like no saves and shit?
Jeez.
No, it just makes it like I've got like 2 shots and you're dead. Everything's like the highest level in the enemy. Like so, all the basic enemies are the highest level difficulties. I think you have like less ammo and stuff like that around the map as well. It's just real hard, real good
That's
fun.
all right. I hate when games
sounds
highest difficulty levels is like they take away your ability to save. It's like I don't think that's my kind of game.
Yeah.
Although saying
Yes.
that, I did get a checkpoint when I drove off the edge with a warthog, so that was fun trying to like manage the checkpoint. It was like near the end of the mission, so I didn't want to like restart it. So like I tried jumping out just before I got off the cliff, and it took about 10 minutes, and then just had to restart the mission again because there's no luck.
I love those old games when you used to have hotkeys for saving, and you'd accidentally press quick save instead of quick load, or you'd accidentally save over your last save, and you're about to die. You're like, oh no, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yep.
good fun.
Just sorry, before we get into it a bit more, everyone in the chat, can you tell us if there's any echo?
Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
great.
Thank you. We'll fix that.
All right, back on with it. Back on with it.
Well, you're an avid fitness man. You love your weightlifting. What's your go-to style there? It looks like CrossFit style that you're into.
Yeah, more like CrossFit, functional fitness kind of stuff. But yeah, do quite a bit of like Olympic lifting as well. And then the CrossFit style more for like the cardio and get the sweat on.
Yes, and some of that stuff's like insane. Like I watch these CrossFit people and I'm like, the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Like lift.
Some of them are a bit next level,
mate,
for sure.
Absolutely. So what's your goals with the weightlifting and stuff?
We're supposed to do wanted to do some comps in CrossFit this year, but moving house and some other stuff kind of threw that out the spanners. And then got COVID a couple of weeks ago, so trying to recover from that. So pushed it all till next year. So I'll start doing some comps then. And just do it to be healthier, be able to move around and
Yeah.
not be crippled and
Yeah, no,
crippled.
absolutely. That functional stuff's always good for that.
How you going with the COVID and stuff? While your recovery took me a couple of weeks to
Yeah,
get over
good. Yeah, no, I can collect firewood now without being out of breath, which is good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think I'm probably like 80% back to where I was before, which is nice. But yeah, it was a good couple of weeks. I think because having asthma as well, like, it was a good couple of weeks where just walking down to the back of the property collecting firewood, and I was like short of breath and had to like put the basket down, take a minute, and then walk back up. It was not a nice feeling, that's for sure.
Nah, especially like you said, having asthma. I've got asthma as well, but I've only got it mild.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just enough to knock me flying. Like I could lose my breath just walking down the hallway.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the after effects are worse than the actual COVID symptoms for myself. So I was lucky I had it pretty mild, but then it was just so short breathed and no lung capacity after that for a while. So
yeah, the taste and smell was like that annoyed the crap out of me. I didn't think it was ever going to go away. Oh, I wish I didn't. Eating all this good food and like couldn't even taste anything.
Okay.
That's so weird. I got like a runny nose for a day, and that was it.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
one day when I was like laid up in bed, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, the first day I was like bedridden. I was like couldn't get out of bed. But after that, I wasn't too bad. But yeah, it was just the shortness of breath and not being able to fucking taste or fucking smell or breathe.
Yeah,
but,
not fun, that's for sure.
No. So you guys are into homesteading, you and your wife, your partner.
Yep.
How do you like homesteading, and where do you see your future in homesteading?
It's just good to get out in the backyard and do stuff around the house. I mean, we've got a duck pen now that I'm expanding so we can get some chooks in there as well. Planted a couple of trees in the orchard and just having like a simple garden bed. So, I mean, the idea would be to limit the food shop, but it's more just to get out there, and the kids like getting amongst it as well. And just, yeah.
How big do you
it's pretty...
want? Like, how big do you want your future homestead sort of thing? Just big gardens.
I mean, ideally we'll probably use what we have here, but I mean, once the kids are a bit older, we'll probably move and want to get like probably an acre property at the minimum. Then go like more animals as well, get some goats and some other stuff.
How big's your property you got now?
1,000 square meters, so it's nothing massive, but it's big enough to be able to have some freedom out the backyard, which is nice.
Absolutely. It's nice to have that sort of size.
That's the main thing. That's a good thing. Yeah.
So how do you define homesteading? Because I hadn't heard of it really until I seen your social media stuff, Phil. So it's just It's just like a little farming type thing set up.
Yes, I mean, I don't know, I think everyone kind of does it differently, but our kind of idea is to have like chooks and to be able to get eggs from them. Once they stop laying eggs, then we'll probably put them on the barbecue. So just trying to be a bit more like self-sufficient, and especially with all the prices of like grocery and everything like that, just trying to cut where we can. And I mean, nothing beats homegrown veggies. So
yeah, that's right.
How'd you get into it? We got a question from Boss there.
Sorry.
How'd you get into it, Phil?
There you
go. I don't know, something we always wanted to do, but renting, we never had the option. And then when we got this place and having the backyard, it was something that like, we've got all this space and might as well utilize it and not just kind of just let the grass go wild. So, I mean, we always kind of had some plants, but they never really took off. So we got a couple of Bunnings vouchers for Christmas one year. So went down, grabbed some garden beds, and that's kind of where the black hole of that happened.
You love a good Bunnings voucher.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you can definitely go quite a far way.
You can't go wrong. I don't think I've ever received one for a gift. So anyone out there listening wants to send me a Bunnings voucher.
If Bunnings wants to sponsor us, even though I've got no Bunnings, I have to wait at least probably 2 years for Bunnings to be here.
It's worth the trip.
My wife's dad gives us Mitre 10 vouchers every year. You get about $100 each, but you can buy yourself a screwdriver from there or something. It's not that expensive.
or just a handle
Yeah, that's it.
screwdriver.
Yeah, it's a 2-piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, homesteading is a good idea. Like, it really is. It's like you're kind of living off the land, and yeah, it's like you don't, like Phil said, you don't. Eventually, you want it so you don't need to have to go to the store and all that sort of stuff, and you've got all what you need is right there on your property,
Oh, absolutely. How good
and
would that
everything
be?
works. Animals work for you. You feed your animals, and like I've got 3 chickens, and I've got them in my garden bed, and that's where they live. So they're just turning up all the dirt for me all the time. And when I first put them in there, the soil was so shit, like it was so hard and crap. And now it's beautiful soil. Like we'll put anything in there, it'll grow like crazy.
That's nuts.
And chickens are great
Yeah,
too.
so we
'Cause
can't let
they
the
eat
ducks
anything.
out. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's it. And the ducks are pretty good, but because they don't have the pecking, like their beaks are a bit different, so they can't like tear things up.
Yeah.
But like that's where we'll go do the weeding, chuck all the like shredded up weeds, any bits of like lettuce, celery, any of that kind of stuff that's probably not too great for us. We'll give it to them where it's maybe been like attacked by bugs or something, and yeah, they clean it up and it's good.
Beauty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, it's a good cycle.
Yeah.
We've got another viewer question for you. Come through from
just about
Two's
answer
company. I'll read it verbatim. Oi, Phil, question. When's your squat going to get stronger?
Oh, I don't know. So that's a bit of a sore topic, that one.
Oh, no.
We have a backstory on that place.
No, it's just been, back squat's probably not a very good lift for me. Had a lot of injuries bricklaying and stuff, so my knees and hips are pretty wank. So it's been a bit of a slow process to be able to do that without having any pain, but we'll get there. We'll see how we go in Brisbane next month.
Got to get the WD-40 out on the knees and the hips, mate. Stop the...
Yeah, that's it, mate.
They're a bit clicky.
Oh yeah, they're I sit down and it's just like crunch.
Oh, they used to, when I used to do it, I used to want to do squats and stuff. They used to turn me off like hearing the click, so I'd have me fucking headphones in and turn it right up so I couldn't hear. Couldn't hear me knee clicking.
That's another thing you can do as well. Yeah, just crank the music up loud.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone else around me is like, "Oh my god, stop!
He's already dead." Right, we'll track back to gaming for a sec. What's your all-time favorite game and console?
Oh, favorite game. I don't think I have a favorite. I think I've got like probably favorite games in each genre.
Hit us.
But yeah, I know the old 64 was a pretty good classic. Or even the 360. I reckon there were some pretty good games out on that console. So yeah, console-wise, probably the 360 or the 64. And yeah, I don't know. Probably my all-time favorite, I'd have to say, would probably Dragon Age Origins. That's probably the one that I've completed over 100%. I reckon if you could do a game past 100%, that's the one.
Yeah,
I've done it on like every playthrough, every race, every character, every different choices. So I tried playing it the other day and turned it on, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this again. The game's finished now. It's the whole thing. Yeah, so it's that was probably my all-time favorite game.
Gold. Yeah, I love the 64. That's one of my favorite consoles. I had one before I switched over to PlayStation years ago, and some classic games on there.
Yes, good old PlayStation. Sir Waffle wants to know, how's your NFL's preseason going?
For the Vikings.
No, I haven't looked at much of the preseason. I think we lost the other day, so that was a bit of a sore one. But preseason means nothing. It's all about the actual season itself. So we'll see how we go.
That's all right. So what games do you play now? Just you play a bit of this and a bit of that. I know you played the Lego one just recently, Star Wars.
Yeah, so play. I don't know. Halo's always a go-to game. Me and the wife have been putting a lot of hours into Stardew Valley at the minute, so that's been fun. I don't know. It just depends what my mood's in. I play, pretty much anything. I play a lot of sports games. First persons, RPGs. Yeah, it just really depends what mood I'm in. I don't really have a set game that I'll sit down and play. It just depends what the day is.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Have you played like any of like the GTA or what's another one? Do you get into much of the new horror games or anything?
Probably not to play. I don't mind watching you guys playing.
You don't mind
I
watching
don't mind
them?
watching
Yep.
you guys playing them, but yeah, I think I'll have a few sleepless nights if I actually played it myself. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I think that's more of a viewing genre for me than an actual playing one.
yeah, they can be a bit fucking freaky sometimes. I would never play the
Yeah.
VR models. Like, no way.
Oh no,
I'd end up with
yeah,
a
no,
smashed room. There'd be nothing left in here.
Yeah, it would.
yeah.
Or curled up in a ball. in the
Correct.
corner
I'd
of the
need an
room.
actual cupboard.
Well, they
Yeah.
think you're in the corner, but you're not.
Like, I'm just gonna get in the cupboard and get into the actual cupboard, and I would not be coming out again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know how people play the horror games in the VR. That's next level.
Yeah,
I couldn't
it
do
really
it.
is. Like, I don't know. There'd be a lot of punches thrown, I can tell you.
Oh, you
Yeah.
need a very big,
A
open
very
space
large
to,
room, please.
Have a safe space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or just like pad all the walls and everything
it.
like that, so you can't break
You-
anything.
Couldn't play it when the kids are home. You don't accidentally kicking one of them over the fence or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
collateral damage.
it. You need to stay back.
Get out of the way, kids.
Watch Dad cry and punch things
Yeah.
all at the same time. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I know you like to have an occasional drink, like myself.
Yeah.
What's your drink of choice at the end of a hard day?
Can't go wrong with a nice beer.
Yep.
Or probably a good whiskey. That's
Yep.
probably, if I've had a hard day, that's probably my go-to. Would be a nice glass of whiskey in the rocks.
Beauty,
Yeah.
what's your beer? What's
Any
your beer?
specific one or?
No, I don't mind. I've got a few bottles of Glenfiddich, but yeah, no, nothing specific. Just kind of probably what's in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cupboard stuff.
Yeah, no, nice one on rocks is the way to go.
What's your go-to beer?
I had Oh, sorry. Go.
What's your go-to beer, mate?
Don't mind a good pale ale, but yeah, can't go past the good old bush chook.
Oh, bush chook.
Old
Yeah,
faithful.
there we go. Yeah.
Bush Chook.
Yeah.
Is that a craft beer? Obviously.
No, it's a Emu export.
Oh,
Yeah.
Emu. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took me a minute then. So I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck?
Good old Emu.
That's like West End for you guys, isn't it? Is that what that's like?
What's that?
Or our beer here is like West End
West
Draft
End
is like
Draft.
the beer that we drink, like that everyone fucking drinks here. Is that what that looks like
yeah.
for you guys?
Yeah, pretty
They're like
much.
Victoria has their VB. We have West End.
Yeah.
Sydney have their Chardonnay. I don't know.
Queenslanders have 4X.
Oh, yeah, 4X.
Don't mind 4X actually.
I remember first time I went to Queensland and I said to the guy, I said, "Oh, what do you recommend?" And I said, I said, "Should I have 4X?" He's like, "Don't."
At least he's honest.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Yes, boss man. VB is disgusting.
So there we go. We've got enough Queenslanders in the chat. Like, yuck, trash beer.
Yeah, 4X is trash.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky that the WAP is actually pretty good, so can't
Yep.
argue with that.
Beauty. Yeah, good.
Seen there's a nice bar up there. I can't remember the name of the bar. I've seen videos of it where a lady sticks a pint between her ass cheeks and pours a beer. And it's in WA somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to go to that bar one day.
Probably a few of them.
I love that place.
Yeah, there's probably definitely quite a few of those ones
Really?
around. That's for sure.
Love that.
So I thought she'd be in a bit of a situation if the glass ever smashed. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a
Hospital.
Yeah, that's
hazard.
it. Could you sue? Oh, I don't know. Did you have to sign a waiver?
Yeah, call HR.
Yeah, absolutely. They made me do it.
My butt.
Your mate's brewery ales. I like that. All right. Well, considering we're all
Okay.
Jericho ambassadors here, what's your favourite products, Phil?
Can't go past the premium pants, the oils, and the
I
butters.
agree.
Probably,
There's-
that's probably my favorite scent, and either the oil or butter is probably the way to go, I reckon.
The Panther stuff is fucking sex in a bottle, isn't it? It's just nuts.
Yeah, it's definitely the
Sex in a
panty
bottle.
dropper.
So good.
Oh,
I said the panty dropper.
yeah, that's the date
That's
night
it.
scent for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to score.
Black Panther, 60% of the time.
Yeah, no, I reckon just all that. Well, I mean, obviously biased, but all their products are great. I really can't put a finger to one of them, but the ones that I've always put in every day would be the oil every morning and then the butters every night. So it'd be definitely one of those ones. I
Yeah,
reckon.
no, they're all amazing. They're all really, really good.
They really do have great products.
100%.
Yeah.
Every one of them like has a unique smell. And they all like, cause some companies they have different smells, but they kind of all smell the same at the end of the day.
Yeah, especially like at the end of the day, they don't really smell much different. But
that's
one
right.
good thing with the Jericho is every scent is like a distinctly different scent. You can't smell two and be like, I couldn't tell which one they would be. You could clearly see which one
And
was
they
which.
last ages too. Like it stays in.
Oh,
It's so good. And the butters at night, like just for a nice sleep, like that's what you're smelling all night. It's like it's awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
When I was at the pub Friday night, one of the girls that works down there, she turns around and she's like, I can smell coconut. And I just looked at her and I'm like, you know it's me. Stop fucking asking. Every time I walk in here, who's got coconut in? I'm like, it's me.
You need like sprinkles of coconut, desiccated coconut in your beard, so everyone knows. It's probably that bloke.
With the coconut sprinkles.
No, absolutely. Walk in looking like a bloody cake or something.
Yeah.
The peppermint butter before bed.
That
I think I tried it. Not sure if I have tried the peppermint yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's one I've tried either.
I had the balm, the peppermint balm. That's nice.
I think I've had the peppermint. I think I've had the peppermint oil. I reckon I got that early days.
Yeah, that was the first one I got as well. Peppermint. It's quite nice. Minty fresh. It's very good.
Yeah, that'd be good for when you're sleeping as well, like clear out the nose and everything.
A Vicks Vapor Rub. Maybe they should. Go in cahoots with Vicks. You're gonna. But when your beard needs to look good and you've got a fucking mad cold.
Jeez, you'd wake up with bloodshot eyes just from the smell.
2 in 1.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, good.
So, you're still doing your... I remember a little while back when I first started on Instagram with my gamer tag and started with Jericho and stuff. You used to do little skits with your Jericho products. Do you still do them, or
Yeah,
you haven't done
I haven't
that
done
much?
one for a while. I kind of hit a bit of a creative block. It's
So
it's hard not to find one that was the same as what it was before. So but yeah, I'm gonna have a chat with the wife and see what we can come up with, because they were good fun to make.
Yeah, they were pretty funny, those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, if Rob and I actually lived closer together, we'd probably do a few little things like that, because it'd be hilarious.
We got some ideas about what we're going to do for one or two.
So it'd be good. We only get together like a couple of times a year, so
yeah, that's right.
We'll make it special.
We live like a few hundred k's away from each other.
That's it.
Yeah, that makes it hard.
Yeah.
So whereabouts are you from over there, Phil?
In the wheat belt is where we're classified as, but we're like just a small town. probably an hour out of the city. So yeah, it's nice. Well, like it's got that country vibe without being in the middle of the country and having like hours to get to the city. So it's still pretty good. It's got like a 40-minute drive to like the main town, like suburb of town area. And then only an hour out of the city, so it's nice. Got that nice mix.
It's good, far enough away, but still close enough.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it's good to live outside of the city. Like since we've been living out here, I don't think I'll probably be able to live in the city again.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. Like in our old place, like my car got broken into like quite a few times.
Yep.
And then like moving up here, I think the time I realised that we were at peace when we moved up here was I woke up one morning, went outside to go to work, and my car door was wide open, and I was like, oh, I forgot to close that last night. Like that was my first thought. It wasn't like fuck, who broke into my car? Like seeing red, it was just like, oh, I forgot to close that one last night. My bad. Close it and jump in the car and off we go.
That's nice.
That's all right. Unfortunately, we don't have that problem here, or that luxury here.
Your car would be stolen for sure.
Infested with ferals and stuff. But
yeah, and like our community page that we used to where I used to live in Belmont, it was like every day it was someone got broken into, or this got stolen, and now it's like someone's sheep's wandering the yard.
Yeah,
my goat got out. My horses got out. Like that's pretty much what it is.
I actually know who's
a lot more relaxing.
They're fucking.
I actually know whose sheep that is.
Yeah.
It's little Bo Peeps, I reckon.
Yeah.
She's been looking for him for fucking ages.
She's always losing.
Silly bitch.
The funniest one I've seen so far on our community board, it only happened last week, and I don't know where the fuck it come from, but someone's like, has anyone lost their echidna? I was like, what? And it really wasn't an echidna, just fucking in their front yard.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, at least I don't think too many people could claim that'd be theirs. So
Nah.
If it's in your yard, you know whose it is.
I was saying to Matt the other week, I just dropped the kids off at kindy and stuff, and I'm driving down the road, and I'm like, fucking hell, that's a big bird in the middle of the road. I thought, like, surely an eagle wouldn't be here. And get closer, it's just some random chicken just in the middle of the road. Someone's lost their chicken.
Big chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, the same. People are always losing their horses or sheep or pigs. Pigs are another one.
Yeah, when we first moved up here, my son was like, "Oh, Dad, there's 2 sheep outside." And I'm like, "Oh, no, you're not. Just stop playing. Go back to sleep." And then there was 2 black sheep like tied together, just roaming the backyard, like the front yard. And then that whole day, every couple of hours, like, they're on this house, they're on my street now. And at the end of the day, it was like, after a successful day of wandering the town, they're now safely back at home.
That's cool.
Wanted an adventure.
That was a good day to follow.
Yeah, some little country towns are so cool with random shit like that happens.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
And like, it's funny when people know whose it is. Like, where we want to move to is just outside of where we live now. It's about like probably 10 minutes away. It's not that far, but it's a quiet little town, little community, and that's so funny when people are like, someone's horse has gone walkabout or something, and straight away everyone's like, "Oh, that's Cheryl's horse." So they all know whose horse it is or whose pig's walking around. But yeah, it's pretty funny. But the echidna was, I don't think that's going to get topped.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't think we've definitely haven't had an echidna, so I have to keep an eye out for something like that.
Yeah.
We do get kangaroos out of front yard, like most mornings, which is pretty cool. At night, when I get home, you just see them like jumping down the road.
That's gold.
Yeah, we used to, where we lived before, there's always kangaroos. I remember one night, my wife was coming home from work, and she rang me in hysterics, and I'm like, what happened? I thought she was in an accident or something. Well, she kind of was, because she hit a kangaroo, but it was just up from where we lived. And I'm like, where are you? And she's like, I'm just up the road. I'm too scared to drive the car, just in case the kangaroo's under there still. And I open up the front door to come running out. Next minute, this fucking kangaroo just comes bolting past me because the dog was chasing it. And I'm like, because I was still on the phone, I'm like, I'm pretty sure the kangaroo's not under the car. It just ran straight past me. And obviously, it was like smoke coming out the car up the road. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I was expecting it to be really bad, but it actually wasn't too bad. We don't have a nudge bar or anything, so I was expecting half the bonnet to be smashed in because the kangaroo was massive that ran past. But yeah, no, it was okay. It was just a couple of broken plastic bits on the grill, and that was it. I'm like, you're so lucky.
Yeah, no, that's lucky. They can do some damage, they may,
Yeah.
especially the big ones.
Oh, the big boys get pretty big.
Yeah.
Seen a few bonnets. A friend of ours, she was away just recently, and she had a kangaroo, and yeah, half the side of her bonnet was all smashed in.
Yeah, geez.
They do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Emus are funny.
Yeah.
My wife's dad hit one when we were going. I think we were going camping. He tried to avoid it, but the fucking thing turned, went straight into the car.
Okay.
And then I watched it like tumble down the side of the road. I'm like, oh no. And I look at it, and then it's like running off. It just gets up and runs off, and it's like on the side. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
They are so stupid, those things.
Overgrown chicken.
Yeah, that's yeah.
We took the kids out the other day to look at some ruins, and we're just like walking along, and then see there's 3 or 4 emus, and I've never seen. Okay, this is. I've never seen emu shit before. We're walking along this path, and without a word of a lie, this shit looked like a cow just went past and took a crap on the path. I'm like, there's no way that come out of that emu. it was a fair pile.
Oh, geez.
I'll just turn around and yell out, what have you eaten?
Yeah, spicy curry.
Oh, God. The kids are like, especially my son, he was like, caught up on it. He's like, where's the poo? I'm like, just forget about the poo. I'm not going to stand on it. I'm like, trust me, you're going to see it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well, they're pretty big, I suppose.
Yeah, well, they are fair-sized animals, so
Yeah.
and they do eat a lot of greenery.
See, that's what vegetarian poos look like.
Yeah. Then we're just like standing there, like just looking at the emus, and just turned around and like, oh wow, there's a couple of kangaroos right next to us. I didn't even realise until my daughter's like yelling out, "Baby, baby, baby!" And I'm like, "What's she talking about?" And then I looked down, and the baby was in the mum's pouch. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
So as I said to the kids, who needs to pay to go to a wildlife park when you can just come up the road and see kangaroos and emus and everything? Go down to that lady's house and see the echidna.
Did she get it back, did she?
Yeah, the whole zoo there.
Well, segue. We're all dads here. I think we got 9 kids between us here. Thereabouts. Jesus. Someone's been busy.
I've got 4
Yeah,
to
you're
myself.
making up half of it. And one on the way, is that right, Phil?
Yeah. So we got
There
3
we
and
go,
1 on
so-
the way. So yeah, apparently we weren't had enough.
Yeah,
As it was, so we got
what's one more?
Add one
that's
more.
What's the biggest challenge being outnumbered, especially as a dad?
I don't know. It's probably everything.
Yeah, living.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I can got some hiding spaces at the backyard. So
Yeah, absolutely.
probably the reason for the homesteading as well, I suppose, is to get out backyard and hide.
Yeah, put your 1,000 square meters to good use.
Yeah.
Where's that? No idea. I haven't seen him.
For sure.
He's out the back somewhere.
They're definitely fun to have, but they can be a handful sometimes.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of lucky because two of mine are adults. They're grown up already, so. But so I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm bored. Let's have 2 more kids. When I could have been living the life of having no more little kids running around.
Yep.
But no, I wouldn't give it up for the world. I would never have my son.
That's it. Yeah, I've always said that being a dad's like the best club in the world, so I think I'd be in it.
100%.
Yes.
Frustrating as hell every day, but beautiful. I mean, they make you laugh more than probably anything on the planet, really.
Oh, they are the funniest little things that are going around.
Yeah, they especially when they're like learning new phrases and stuff, and they haven't quite figured out what it means, and they're like, "Oh, this, and you're like, that's not quite what that means.
Yeah.
Or they've figured out what they mean and they use them perfectly, even though they're offensive.
All the time.
Like, my daughter called me a fuckface. Only this week. She's 6. Marley, of course.
Yeah.
Aubrey doesn't swear.
Yeah, my daughter calls everyone.
Aubrey's like, oh, Marley, stop swearing. Marley's like, yeah, well, fuck off. Yeah, piss off out of here.
Yeah, and the worst thing is like when they do swear for the first time, it's so funny, and then you can't you laugh, and then because you're laughing, they just keep saying it, and you're like, no, stop saying it. But it's a vicious cycle. It's like my youngest daughter; she'll go around and call everyone a penis, and then she's like, oh,
you penis.
Oh.
That is
good. It's just like, oh, you can't call people that.
Yeah, watch this. Hold my juice box.
And it's like you're trying to tell them off, and then they're like, you're just pissing yourself laughing, which just makes it like even worse. So you just got to leave the room.
Oh, that's a real good one, actually. It's like it's a good technical word. It's not a swear word. So I'll get away with this.
Yeah, man.
I like it. I like the thought process. I'll get away with it. Yeah. You're a penis.
Yeah, I gotta love a little good also.
What's the age dynamics you've got, Phil?
Yeah.
Oh god, man, ask some hard questions now.
What's the date of birth?
Yeah, you asked the wrong parents. So I think my son's just turned 10. Then my oldest daughter turned 9, going one of the somewhere in there, and then my youngest is 3.
Beauty.
So yeah, got a bit of an age gap, and then like close together, a bit of an age gap, and close together.
What's your wedding anniversary?
Oh, that's good.
I know that one. That one I do know because it's just around the corner. So.
Lucky boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm lucky my wife doesn't really care about that stuff though. Or at least she says that. So
good.
We'll see.
Oh, beauty.
Cool, still a stinky bathroom.
Yeah, that's very important. Stinky bathroom. So
stinky bathroom.
Someone's been walking in there after you.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
My son, he carries on way too much when he comes in the toilet after me. I'll show him the old trick of the old matches, light the match. So every time he'll come into the bathroom after me, he's like, "Dad, go get a match. This is disgusting." I'm like, "Calm down." You make me sound like I'm toxic.
Yeah. They don't hold back, do they?
Oh, no, brutal. No. Brutal.
It's nothing worse when you're out in public. But I remember I had my son out, and there was a man in front of me, and he only had one arm, and I knew straight away that my son was going to say something about his arm. So I'm like grabbing him and putting him behind me, just slowly just pushing him behind me so I could see this man. And then just as I got him behind me, he's like, "Dad," I'm like, "Fuck, here we go." Where's that man's arm? I'm like, fucking hell. Let's go.
They're so good.
I don't need that bad.
Yeah, I mean, like the good takeaways. At least they're not being rude or anything. They're like just generally like.
Yeah, they just ask a question.
But yeah, it's still like sometimes you can't ask those questions in public. Sometimes. Wait till we're back in the car and then.
My youngest daughter likes to make statements at people. Like we're walking through the shops and there's a very tall lady, and like she's like pointing at her from ages away. I'm like, "Shut up, shut up." It's like, "Wow, she is so tall," directly to her face. And she's like, "That's right, I am really tall, aren't I?" Like, I'm sorry. Like it's pointing at her.
Yeah, and you just gonna like walk of shame and just like, oh, shit.
No, you're very tall apparently. To be fair, she was a giant. She was a giraffe, so.
She's a female basketballer.
She had heels on too, crazy person.
It's like Xavier has things with people that don't wear shoes out in public, and every time we see kids with no shoes on and they're with their parents, he's like, "Look at these kids not wearing any shoes." I'm like, "Mate, stop."
All these hobos.
Yeah, I shouldn't get him to say hobos. Look at these hobos.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, they definitely keep you on your toes, don't they?
At least he didn't ask you for a high five. Give us 10.
Sorry. That would have been gold. Oh dear. Brilliant.
You know, kids are good to have.
Oh, good value.
I know they always laugh at they're my before I put a video out or something like that. I show them first. Like, watch this for a second. Never get a good giggle out of them. I'm like, all right, this is a winner.
Yeah.
The fart scare one that still has them in fits.
That still has me in fits.
To be
I was
honest,
going to
it still
say
has me in fits. Yeah,
I love that one. It's one of the best.
That was hilarious.
They're good.
I only saw that a day before someone else do it, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's hilarious!" Well, I'm doing that for one of the ghost games.
The kids are excellent for your confidence up until about, I don't know, 9. About where my eldest daughter is now. She's about to turn 10, and she's just starting to turn against me a little bit. Like, you go from being the bee's knees to weirdo. Like Dad, you're fucking weird. Stay out of my room.
You had to get the. Oh my god. Dad.
Yeah. Oh,
that wasn't even funny.
I'm getting that a lot.
That's your life's just shattered.
Like it's.
Well, he does that to me all the time.
How old are you?
Well, my oldest is 23, so when I say something stupid, she's like, "Oh my god, Dad." But then my second eldest, she's 21, and she still has a giggle. This is why you're my favourite.
The funny thing about that is, though, Chloe, your 23-year-old, is you. Her sense of humour is exactly the same. She cracks the same jokes. She pulls the same faces.
Mm-hmm.
You go out drinking with her, it's like drinking with you. It's just with no beard.
Yeah. So Sam said to her one night, she's like, we were all having a drink, and Chloe did something, and Sam's like, "Oh my god, you look so much like your dad then."
Yeah, it freaks me out. Especially after a few drinks. She just... It's fucking creepy.
Why don't they say your firstborn daughter is you? Pretty much.
I reckon that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my youngest daughter do the older pull the finger trick still. She hasn't quite got the grasp of that one, so I'm like, pull my finger. She's like, oh, okay. And the other kids are like, oh no.
Yeah. Don't do it.
I've seen this before. It's a trap.
They were all running, like, trying to grab it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Or she'll like come up and just like she'll sit on you and she'll just fart. She's like, "Oh, I fired on you, Dad," and runs off.
I love that.
My 2-year-old, she's starting to fart. Like when she farts now, she'll just turn around and look at me. And she's like, "I fart." There's a giggle.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's good. Good time.
I love that when they point out something on your face, like something really obvious on your face.
Yeah.
Like, why do you look like that? Like, because. Or, like, my kids like to remind me that I have no hair, like I've forgotten. I haven't had your bald.
Oh shit, what time went?
Really? Or they, like, my youngest is getting into she's got a little sense of humour, so she'll make a joke and be like, a joke about hair, and then she'll be like, not that you've got it any. And then giggle away to herself. Oh, good on you. Good work. I'm like, it's hereditary. I'm not going to tell her that it's hereditary for boys, but I like to scare her.
Keep going.
Whenever she's like really getting on your nerves one day, she'll like, baldness
is
hereditary. Just watch her like life fade from her eyes.
And my youngest looks exactly like me too. I'm like, this is what you're going to look like when you're older. Just with no beard. Or maybe you will have one. Who knows? Sucked in.
Oh, God, yes, it does. Waffle says that his daughter laughs at him because he's going grey. I've had that. Kids like to point that out. You're going to be grey there, Dad.
My kids picked out a grey beard hair the other day, and that was not a good feeling. They're like, "Oh, you've got a grey hair." And I'm like, "Shut up."
This happened to me just yesterday with Aubrey. It's like, "You've got heaps now, Dad." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah. Thank you." Like, I see him in the mirror every single day. And you're just like, they're all thanks. Exactly what I said after
right.
too.
Every one of them belong to you.
Like, and that's yours, and that's yours.
Waffle said that his daughter's now grounded until she's 40.
Yeah, and that's about when my daughter's allowed to start dating.
That's the same as well.
I'm not looking forward to that, to be honest.
Well, this has been a really good podcast.
Absolutely, been a great
Been
chat.
a good chat. Been good
Yeah,
to get
it's
to know
fun.
you, Phil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
absolutely.
Now we got a bit of background on you, so it's good to. It's one good thing about these podcasts. We get to know people that we talk to online and like through Instagram or through our Twitch and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's good to get to know people a bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. And
It's good.
you know, create those connections and friendships. So,
Yeah, that's right.
thanks for coming on, mate. It's been great.
Yeah,
Making them.
Jericho's
Thanks
been
for
good
coming on,
as
buddy.
well. So definitely met a
Yes.
good bunch of lads through Jericho. So no, that's been a good bonus out of
100%.
that.
It's like a good blokes club. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. It's they got a lot of really cool people
Absolutely.
on board.
100%.
yeah, and all different as well, which is cool. So it's not like not every Jericho guy's the same. Everyone's like slightly different or vaguely different, which is
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah, that's right.
And we're not all bloody Mr. Perfect, just all
I was going to say that.
regular
yeah,
dudes.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I am, but I don't know about everyone else. Everyone else is a little bit shady.
Speak for yourself now.
Truth
That's
comes
it.
out at the end.
No, it's been good.
Everyone in the chat, thanks for popping on tonight and sticking around and jumping, having a bit of a chat with us. I know we haven't really read much of the chat, but it's been good to see
Thank
you
you very
there.
much, guys. Been awesome.
We've answered a couple of things.
Oh, it's been good.
Back up.
Nah, all good.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on again, Phil. It's been
No worries.
amazing.
Thanks for having
No
me,
problem
guys.
at all.
Anytime, buddy.
Champion. Look forward to catching up in the future, mate.
Yes,
Good
sounds
luck with
cool.
everything.
You too, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, mate. We'll see all you guys next Sunday. Next Sunday's podcast could be a late one again, being Father's Day, and I'll be coming back from Adelaide, so it might be another late one, but we'll get it out for
Absolutely.
these. All right, guys.
Later,
Have a good
everyone.
one. See you on the next
Bye.
podcast.
See you guys.
Catch you, Phil.